Do not attempt to adjust your speakers. The sounds that you're about to hear are various sounds that come from a human's mouth. So this is what we came with.
Factors are great, but they're so expensive.
But they're like 30 grams of protein. That's what they said.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. Well, it's great macros.
That's why we get it sponsored. We don't have to pay for it.
Factor sponsor us.
Yeah, well, I think. Well, start. We can start these like a little bit more casual talk.
That's what my goal was.
Yes, we can start rolling whenever you want,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah.
Then you have to do your big old intro. Your thing's touchscreen? What the?
It's not. I'm just taking off there.
Oh, okay.
But welcome back to For the Record podcast, season 2, episode 1. We're here, episode 1, and after 2 years of not doing this, I blame Danielle for not being part. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Danielle, we miss you. Well, maybe that's what we bring back on. To
She'll be requested back for sure. Oh yeah.
Like, we miss our face around here, but again, I guess having a baby and life just
Excuses, man.
Away. Yeah,
Excuses. I haven't had a baby, but one time. No, I'm not going to try to make a comparison. No.
One time about this baby that I have no idea about.
Yeah. I don't know. I went to the bathroom one time, and that put me out for a couple days. That was a rough go.
Brother, it's been like
we got to start off these seasons with a bang. Sorry.
3 minutes into the first episode. Okay. Moving on. We are back after 2 years. Again, it makes sense that after craziness of COVID ended, it was wild. 2022 and 2023 were crazy, and we didn't have time for this. But here we are. A lot of changes. I guess we'll talk about it as we go through different episodes. But now we're currently in our new space, new office, not in a basement anymore, and with makeshift curtains. We've moved up in the world.
Real curtains.
Cool.
When I saw real curtains, man. It was a big deal.
It was great.
Yeah, I don't know. I congratulate. I think I shook your hand. I said, "Real curtains, Rhoni. Real curtain, Rhoni is here. Real curtain, Rhoni is here."
He did not say that. But
please,
yes.
Sorry. Before we get it, I am encouraging the editors for this to not take out the beep. That's our thing for people coming into the building, and it's just become a part of the environment. So
now we have to.
Yeah, you guys also should know when there's someone coming in the building.
So now every time they're gonna know anybody who comes in. Okay. God, this is derailed in 4 minutes so fast.
Derailed? Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Intro, man.
But other than that, we have Joey Sims. Mr. Joey Sims is going to be our co-host for this season, and hopefully more seasons if he doesn't disappear with the baby like Danielle did. But Joey, what do you think about being a podcast host now?
This is good. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Despite being a DJ and music and event host and all that stuff, when I'm driving, I primarily listen to podcasts. I think just because I get a lot of music in other ways, so it's like a little bit of a change of pace, though. But we have some great conversations on the regular, so I think it's just an opportunity for us to record it. Yeah, share some real gems.
We'll have to censor quite a bit of what we talk about in the real world.
No censoring. No, my mother's watching. I won't swear one bit.
Okay.
I doubt my mother's watching. She's working. She's an accountant.
Mrs. Sims.
No,
if you're watching, please.
She's not interested.
Give us a like and a follow or subscribe.
No.
Again, you might be the only one.
No. She doesn't have a data on her phone. She's not doing nothing.
So, what are we going to talk about at these episodes? Again, if you listen to the trailer version of it, you'll get an idea. We just want to talk about music. We're just talking about events. There's so many things that we do here. I just want to sort of explore that world a little bit and give our 2 cents of what that looks like, and along with talk about just us and the team here and what we do. So that's my goal, and that's what I want to do with this. And so hopefully we bring in more of our staff members too. Part of this, man, those episodes are gonna just again, if this derailed in 3 minutes, the
We got
first
some
out of it
doozies. We got
is
some
gonna-
doozies. There's a couple staff members here. I cannot wait to record. Cannot wait.
It'll be great. It'll be great. So, we're gonna try to have a topic, though. We're gonna try to have a topic for each episode, roughly, that we can sort of, because we know ourselves and our distracted selves. So, we'll try to have a topic, talk about it, and then move on from there. So that's the goal. So this week's topic. What is this week's topic, Joey?
We're talking songs of the summer. Okay. And we briefly talked about it kind of preparation for this. We didn't really get a whole lot of context other than, top 5 songs of the summer.
Yeah.
We kind of whittled it down to about 5. I think it's a nice amount. We got some honorable mentions, I think, in there. Yeah. How hard was this? A hard list for you to make, or
It
was
was
it pretty?
not actually. It took me like 28 seconds. 5 songs.
28 seconds.
Top 5. I just got to look back into, okay, what did I play lots and what did I think people loved lots? And that's all I had to think
Well,
about.
and that's kind of the criteria I made for myself is like there's a lot of good tunes out there, but a lot of tunes that are not event worthy. My criteria is definitely what hit at events, right? Like there's no denying that the new Taylor Swift album is absurdly popular.
Great. Yeah.
I don't think
It's
I played a
not
certain
dance-worthy. Yes,
no,
you're
I don't
gonna
think I
have-
played a song from it.
And you're going to have 4 girls loving it,
Yep.
but we can't, I can't consider that a dance worthy.
Yeah. And I think if we're talking about summer, like song of the summer, we're talking upbeat, we're talking
That almost everybody knows, and they're singing along to it.
that got requested
and-
a lot.
And
yeah.
you drive by a campsite and you hear it coming out of 3 camper trailers
Yes,
easy.
yeah.
So that's the goal for Song of the Summer.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So the way we've got it is I've got 5 songs, he's got 5 songs, and we're gonna count down 5, 5, 4, 4.
Do you want to do honorable mentions before or after?
No, after.
After.
Honorable mentions gonna be after. No, we don't know what he knows what my list is, but I don't know what his list is or his honorable mentions. But I know what my honorable mention is gonna be because it came out of left field and I was not expecting it, and
left
it's
field.
well. So it's a good one. So
I just had a moment there. I looked to my right, but I think that's their left. You said left field.
oh,
I don't know. That was really cool. I just had a really cool presence of where the audience is and where I am. So
so there you go.
yeah.
We're gonna have to learn a lot of how this, because it is. If you're watching this on,
No
you can
one's
watch
watching.
this
They're
on-
all
you
listening.
No, they can watch it on Spotify too. If you have Spotify,
You can watch things on
They
Spotify.
can watch podcasts on Spotify.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Well, I'm an Apple Music boy, so that's
Oh,
probably why.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So how has fitness been this summer? Busy?
Oh, I just did a little bit of traveling for a big old run.
Oh God.
I ran to the
yeah.
mountains. Yeah, he doesn't.
Y'all run for fun, which
Yeah.
I can't make any sense of.
No, it's great. It's great. We all have our version of fitness, and Ronnie's is pickleball. This guy's a pickleballer. Is that the plural?
I
or-
don't consider that a fitness. I
Do-
just consider that what I like to do. If I consider that a fitness, I will not get out of bed.
What?
I don't know.
Do you guys call yourself picklers or pickleballers?
We call ourselves ballers.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No. No. Sorry.
When-
68-year-old Susan, who you're playing
No,
against on a
it's-
Tuesday afternoon, is
Actually,
not a baller.
No, Susan's her middle name. Her first name is Margaret.
Margaret Susan.
So when
Oh,
Margaret,
gosh.
I get on the court. Oh, you watch out.
Yeah.
We be balling hard.
I just think she's just chirping you so hard. She calls you Ronald. Hey,
Actually,
hey, focus, Ronald. You're trying to answer a business call on your watch mid-game. She's
everything
hey,
has happened.
yeah,
Everything.
Cut it. Ronald, cut it. Cut the crap.
Every single of those things happen. The amount of things I call. I get a call on my mid-serve. I get a call, and I
Oh.
either get the serve in, and everybody else starts playing, and I'm like cocking while I'm
I call him all the time, and he's out of breath. Yep. Like, just call me after game. Yeah, okay. You can hear the bounce in the background. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. on a given day, yes, I'm not there. So
It's
I'm
crazy.
somewhere else.
No, but I appreciate it. You're good.
So yes, we call ourselves ballers. And
Okay.
that's how we're gonna.
Okay, well, I won't call you a baller. No.
roll.
I
I
won't.
just said that's how we call ourselves. How
You can
could
call
not
yourself whatever you want. Just because I call myself Big Papa doesn't mean that everybody else should.
No. Big took that title. He's Big Papa.
But
the rest
I
of
know
us-
he calls, but we're in a free world. We can call ourselves whatever we want, identify whatever we want. So you identify as a baller.
2024. We
yeah,
can
yeah, do whatever
identify
you
as
want,
whatever
yeah.
we want. Good. Okay, we won't talk much about, or else we'll get canceled. And so let's start with top 10 songs of the summer. I'll start
top
with
5. We can't do top
five.
10.
Sorry, top 5.
We'll be here all night.
Collectively, it's top 10 for
We probably
all
have a
five
little
of us.
bit of carryover, but that's
Carryover.
okay.
Yeah. So my 5th song
All right, I'm ready.
is "I Don't Want to Wait," David Guetta.
Let's make tonight the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait.
I think it's pretty cool because it's a slight sampling of a older dance song that they used, but and then just the song, the lyrics and everything else is just talk about the don't want to wait for the weekend, and it's got a great drop. And I think people love
It's catchy.
It's very catchy, and with Guetta knowing since like I'm Good with BB Rexa came out, he's on this mission of
Big resurgence.
resurgence of old songs in new ways, and which has absolutely worked really, really well. So.
Yep. No, I'm with you. That's I honestly didn't play it as much as I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it's not good, but I think just again that popularity
Yeah.
aspect. Like
Yeah.
David Guetta is popular, but in all reality, people would rather listen to stuff like "I'm Good" and stuff from a couple years ago that was just as popular.
Popular,
But really good.
I feel like
One
I feel
Republic.
like it also dropped like later in the year too. Like I want to say start mid-July sometime.
Yeah.
because you got to stop if you want it to be a song of the summer. You had to be like
March,
like
April.
April, May, or even like start of June. That way it sort of bleeds and people get the time to listen to it and everything. And then all of July and August they're listening to
Yeah.
it. So I feel like that's my 5th song, top 5
Mhm.
is "I Don't Want to Wait," David Guetta.
Okay. All right.
So what is yours?
Number 5, we're going "Miles on It," Marshmello, and Mr. Kane.
Yeah,
Kane Brown.
Kane Brown.
Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running.
A general theme, I think, across all, the biggest trend that we're seeing is this country EDM collab.
Yes.
Country upbeat pop collab that we're seeing across a lot of different artists, right? You have DJs like David Guetta, like Marshmello, Alesso,
Diplo did that with Morgan Wallen.
Even throwing it back a long time ago, like Avicii kind of kicked it off, right? But we have a lot of these artists that are collabing with country, especially North America, where country is a big deal. It's going on, and again, it really, I found it hit at grads, it hit at weddings, like it's just a really, really good song, really catchy.
And also in a sense that like country has taken over other genres right now. Like country is predominant. Like you
huge.
think about artists that are coming out with a country album right now. Beyonce came out with a country album.
Yeah,
like
Posty,
and Post Malone just came out with a country album. Phenomenal stuff. Like and also with other artists too. There's a lot of Jelly Roll's popular, Lainey Wilson's popular. Like
You have it going both ways. You have a pop artist leaking into country, but you have country artists leaking into pop, right?
Yeah.
You have both. You have this fluidity that's happening, which is great.
And a few years ago, there was a remix of Cruise, Florida Georgia Line, and Nelly.
Yeah.
And that was a collab you never thought would work, but it was a great hit. Like it
Huge.
worked great.
Huge song.
So yeah.
No, I like Miles on It. I will make a funny story in conjunction with Miles on It. It's currently my stepson's favorite song. He loves that song. It's one of those songs that also, along with a lot of pop music, that kids don't really know the meaning of the words. Yep. And it's amazing to hear,
When they don't know
a
the meaning of
12-year-old
words.
just singing away some fun bits about truck bed wide like a California king. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
It's great.
Okay.
It's great. Okay, give me number 4.
So number 4, because it's not a dance number on its own, but I've got a couple remixes that really, really work well with it because people know the song. "Lose Control" by Teddy Swims.
Don't you know I lose control?
And
Yes.
I've got a remix that's at about 121 BPM. Oh, I mix in with while the rest of them are happening. Hits every time. I love it. I've put it together and 3 or 4 times now. It's perfectly blended in with the other dance tracks, and I think it's a great track, and his voice, holy cow. Teddy's one kills it. So
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I played it more predominantly with kind of the cocktail hour, more atmosphere.
Because it is a slower.
Yeah,
song than the
I haven't
original version.
dove into the remixes as much, but I think it's a pop song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these songs that are pop songs that don't exactly aren't heat of the moment dance floor tunes, right? They're very popular. I remember like years ago, you'd get requests for songs. You're like, oh, this is like literally the most popular song on the radio, but you can't play it at midnight.
Right. No.
And then that's another example of one of those. Right? I remember Rockstar, 21 Savage and Post Malone. I couldn't play that at events.
Yeah.
Everybody was singing that song in their car and driving down the road, but that's not a wedding song. So this kind of falls into that, but definitely a popular tune. And
So here's a question for you. You know, there's a popular song. Again, Rockstar is one example. We do have clean versions of the songs too. But what would you like? Let's say, Big Sean's "I Don't Fuck With You" song.
Yep.
Like that would say song that you can't necessarily play. But when people come and ask for it, how do you deal with it?
there's a lot of songs that are just only going to be played at certain times with certain crowds, right? If it's a school dance, not playing it, right? You're in a school, I'm not playing that song. I've gotten even in that situation where I've played clean versions of very vulgar song, and it's, you know, it doesn't matter. They're still saying the bad words, and then that's all you can do. So I had a wedding not long ago where lots of kids, and the kids wouldn't leave the dance floor. Like usually kids under the age of 10 are leaving at about, 11:30? These guys were still there at 12:30. You know, event was done at 1. And as fun as it was and as great of a time they were having, it was just weird. You're like, man, I want to play Crazy Bitch Buck Cherry, and I want to play Money, and all these things that are just going to fire people up. But I'm like, I feel weird. There's a 6-year-old going hard at this song. I can't. There's something it makes you a little uncomfortable to think that you got a 6-year-old girl just jamming out to Sex Party by Jordan Keefe here. Like, you just can't do that. So it's tough spot, but there's some navigating with those tunes. But I think that one's a little different. Like Big Sean, right, that's still an upbeat song, so it's a little different. But
because a club environment is massively different from a wedding environment, right? So we can't just club environment doesn't care. You're there to have a good time. You throw on whatever you want, but it's not the same when it comes to a wedding environment, because you still have, grandma's there till 11, uncle and aunts hanging out till 12. And,
exactly.
It's hard to pull that together unless it's an absolutely wild crowd, which you have once in a while. There's like everything is, off limit. Everything is. There's no limit to any of it.
Nothing.
So
okay. But, number 4 for myself. Okay, so this is maybe a bit of a caveat. This number 4 is an artist.
Okay,
an artist, not a particular song.
All right.
Okay.
That's new. Okay.
Number 4 is Chapel Roan. So Chapel Roan, taking the world by storm.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a couple options, but I will get, and I'm taking this.
Is it Chappelle Roan?
It is Chapel Roan. There's so many Chappelle Roan. I'm pretty positive it is Chapel Roan. Correct me, people, if I'm wrong, but Chapel Roan. So I get more requests for just specifically her, not the song. Like Hot to Go, I would say, is probably the more popular come one, but that's what they want.
Got it.
Is just her. So, really popular out of nowhere, who just kind of like been grinding for years and then kind of broke through within the past kind of 6 months.
6 months.
Like featured in a lot of TV shows, miniseries, movies, and huge advocate in the LGBTQ plus community. And so she's just really, really great. I think, young and old, like Hot to Go, man. It's great. It's cheesy, but it's wonderful.
We do have a couple honorable mentions, which we talked about earlier, but one of mine is that, but not Hot to Go. I'll save the song, but my artist is Chappelle Roan.
Yeah.
My honorable mentions. But the reason is, all throughout summer, I didn't have a lot of Chappelle Roan. End of August, like we're literally talking the last weekend of August, 2 weddings back to back.
Yeah.
Chappelle Roan.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
It's
sort of
saying-
when I was like, okay, maybe. And then I look at our September music list, and there's Chappelle Roan everywhere.
Well, I'm getting excited at like outside events too when I get requested stuff. When I first got requested, Hot to Go and Pink Pony Club,
Oh.
right? I'm like Pink Pony Club. I was like I don't know these songs, and then like sometimes I get requests I don't know, and I'm a little nervous to play them.
Play
So
them,
then
yeah.
I'm like on the way home, I'm listening to those songs just to educate
Familiarize,
myself
yeah,
and
yeah.
learn. And yeah, she's killing it. She's killing it right now.
Good Luck Baby is such a good cocktail song too.
Yeah.
it's a it's a cool little cocktail mix that you can do through.
Expect a lot of that, listeners and viewers, like really like 3-second greasy it looks like I'm really passionate about my face. I get that sing face on. It'll happen. Number 3, Ronald.
Number 3, again, also not a dance track, but because just how
Oh, good.
popular this has been, and everybody knows every single word, and they love to sing along to it. I play this song primarily when I've sort of ramped up the dance floor up, and then we need a break. Like you can tell people are like, okay, I need to go to the bar or I need to go to the bathroom, and then, but I bring it down, and this is the song I play, and that is "Beautiful Things," Benson Moon.
Yep.
These beautiful things that I've got, please stay.
So it's great because it's got that slow start. It's got that very easy sing along words to it, for a while, da, da, da. And then when it hits hard, it hits hard.
Yep.
So
I'm with you in terms of its popularity. It's borderline more popular than I don't know any of the other songs we're going to talk about today. I just didn't really get it requested much, other than for kids, which is really interesting. Get a dancer full of kids, and they're just hammering this song at the top of their lungs. It could have made my honorable mention list. I didn't put it because I didn't really get requested a whole lot. And it's not really a dance floor song per se.
It
but
is not. It is not. And that's why, again, because there's a point in a dance floor that always comes down to there's 2 points at some point where I feel like, okay, I need to bring it down, slow it down, get them dancing slowly, or like sing along. So the first point is where I drop it to either like a like an older song, like a if I want old couples to start dancing slow dance together, then it's like Forever and Ever, Randy Travis, or like Can't Help Falling in Love, like whatever slow song you throw in, John Legend, whatever you throw in, it works. But I feel like this is the first drop I do because it's slow enough, but it's not like an entire 3.5 minutes of slow, but it's got enough slow to sort of, and then ramp it up. And then after the song is done, or the song's about to be done, because it's got that rocky, like a heavy guitar feel, you can jump into like Nickelback or like AC/DC or anything just to branch off of from there. So I think that really works. So that's why number 3 for me is Beautiful Things, Benson Boone. So what about yours?
Nothing to add there. That's good. Number 3, certain times there are songs that transcend genres, meaning that you have someone who does not like country music, and then all of a sudden this song brings them into country music. This song is a rap song. Okay? So a lot of people don't care, but all of a sudden, because of some beef that happened last little while, people all of a sudden cared about this song. So Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like.
I had a lot of people getting a little cuckoo crazy for Mr. Kendrick Lamar. They don't even know much more than the first minute of the song, but they don't care. When pop culture kind of bleeds into your requests, you obviously know it's a big deal. So I would make a pretty strong argument for it for Song of the Summer, just because it was that popular.
I would honestly feel like it. Well, it felt like, because of social media, I feel like it was one of the biggest rap beefs in history. I still put it next to Biggie and Tupac. It was the biggest rap beefs in history. And it was very public, and there were very strong fans and supporters of both sides. And I feel like we can do a whole podcast on this beef. I know Hayden will love it. And we should bring Adam on. Adam is very much Kendrick, so he'll love it.
Adam, yeah.
But I feel like the track, out of all the diss tracks Kendrick kept putting out, this was the last one. And I didn't think it was going to do that well. And then it just took it and ran.
Yep.
Wild at how big it went, and then the whole Kendrick and Friends pop out tour to end it.
There's so
to
many,
end that
yeah. There's
whole
so many
feel with
wonderful
it.
things that Paul. It just brought it, but yeah,
It
at
was-
events specifically,
yeah.
right? Like,
It was a cultural moment
Yeah.
for that song.
for
So,
sure, for sure.
Now
Okay.
that I'm thinking about it, I do have another. Can I have 2 honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got 2 honorable mentions.
Got
Yeah.
it. Cool. So I just
All
wanna
right,
be
top
sure.
2, top 2.
Top 2. My top second song is the Bar Song by Shabuzi.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history.
All right.
It's come on now, like everybody knows. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Yep.
Jack Daniels, my friend.
You betcha. Well, and we can talk about this too because I have it right away here as well. Except I have it at number 1.
Oh, okay.
I have it at number 1. We'll bring up. I believe our 1s and 2 are switched.
Okay.
Okay. So
got
my
it.
number 2 is your number 1. So we'll talk about. This is my number 1. A bar song, Shabuzi.
Yeah.
The reason why it's my number 1, and I think it takes over your number 1, is because this song was requested young and old.
Yes.
I had no word of a lie, at least 70-year-old lady come up. Can you play Shabuzi?
Mm-hmm.
And I had that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, start of the night, end of the night.
Yeah.
Like any reason excuse I had to play that song. It was like I don't usually play songs twice,
Right.
but it was one of those songs you could do that. It's again falling into that pop / country fusion. It can work as a bit of a slower song, can work as a more uppity song. Like it's a really flexible song, and yeah, it really checks all those boxes we talked about before. That recall to a previous tune, that pop country fusion, and just danceability.
Sing along,
Sing along danceability. And sing along is almost more powerful than danceability.
100%.
Sing along is
Because
maybe more powerful.
not everybody can dance because we don't all have dance moves, but sing along, we can.
Everybody's
belt them.
got their own dance moves. And this is here's first hot take
listen.
of the day. First hot take. Shut. Okay. Hot take of the day. There are some people who are extremely poor dancers, but that doesn't mean they can't dance. Okay. I saw a 5-hour event. Okay. Lady did not leave the dance floor, and she did nothing but a step touch the whole time. Nothing but a step. She only had one move. One move. It was a step touch, and that's okay. But yeah, so enough of this talk of some people can't dance. Everybody can dance. You all can dance. Doesn't mean you're good, but that's okay. We're at a wedding. We got 5 drinks in us or more, maybe too many if you got into the wedding wine. Okay, but you're fine. Okay, you can dance. So don't listen to he may look like he knows what he's doing. No, you can dance. Okay, so take that back. Take that back. Ryan.
Yeah. All right, so there's your first hot take of the episode.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't test
okay.
me,
No,
sir.
I will not talk about a very touchy topic
Yeah.
anymore.
But yeah,
Nah.
Shabuzi, yeah, for sure. 1 and 2. And
So
I think
that's what-
I
and
can
my
go.
first one, my top on this is primarily because my bias towards the artist, because I've loved him, seen him live, phenomenal artist and a very nice guy. But knowing he's talented enough to jump genres from where he was to where he is blows my mind, and the whole album with every single collab is great. So this is the F1 Trillion album of Post Malone and friends of all country artists, from Jelly Roll to Hank Williams Jr.
But
to Tim McGraw. But my song
Specifically,
is
yeah.
I Had Some Help, Morgan Wallen and Post Malone.
I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess up.
It's my number 2. Clearly popular. Morgan Wallen, probably the most popular country artist in the world. Post Malone, arguably one of the most popular pop artists in the world, collabing for that song. It's upbeat, it's catchy. It works. It really does work.
Yeah.
And I just didn't put it at my number 1 because I don't think I simply don't think it was as popular as Shabuzi. But it's the prestige of the song, the artist. It was great.
I genuinely think the song had a good. It's not a long song on my. It's by any means. It's a one verse, and a chorus and a bridge, two chorus and a bridge song, and that's pretty much it. And the bridge is very catchy too. So that's all the song is, and everybody knows every single word to it, and it's a good beat. It's a good track, and it feels very summery. Yeah, even though it
does feel summery. I would say
I
I give it that. It feels summery.
Yeah.
It just it is light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great rendition.
Yeah. It was the same song, right?
Great rendition.
Really
but
good.
that's my number one pick. I had some help, which was your number two.
Number two.
But the whole album, F1 Trillion album, I absolutely adore. It's a
It's pretty
great
cool.
album, and the tracks are great. I haven't gotten to the LP where there's no collabs; it's just him. But the man can, you never thought Post Malone, hip hop rap artist, would make the jump into country and then just absolutely own it. It was so good.
Yeah, it's good.
That's my bias talking in there too, but yeah.
Quick little, I think, just honorable mentions, and less because they aren't like really popular, but just because they didn't really hit the dance floor as
Go
much. I got Sabrina Carpenter, popular artist.
Yeah.
It was again sort of background music.
Please,
Espresso. Yeah, great
Yeah.
songs. I think she's got a promising career.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And then Coldplay is my other honorable mention. Less because of their music. Coldplay's timeless and always popular.
Yeah.
Always will be. But I've seen so many clips and heard so many things about their concerts and just everything about their vibe. For whatever reason, the past 4 or 5 months, I've been like,
Coldplay is good.
they're big.
And
They got an album coming out this fall.
I got a fun fact. So Coldplay
Fun fact, guys. Fun fact.
Coldplay could be the second artist to cross $1 billion earnings in tours after Taylor Swift.
How
And
fun.
I-
How fun.
$1
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
That's a fun number. How fun.
But I've seen Coldplay concerts, and it just feels so much like very like it's like again, it's like you're in a church prayer, but everybody's just everything that you can just everybody's loving it, everybody's a part of it, and it's a show.
There are a
it
few.
feels very connected. It almost feels spiritual. to
There are
be
a few.
part of
Oh
it.
yeah, there are a few artists, few concerts, few experiences out there that, regardless of your affinity to the artist, that have this crazy
100%.
spiritual. Like anybody who is so passionate about an artist is going to potentially feel that way.
100%.
But it seems like
and
these
again,
top
I'm not
artists
a,
are
I'm
that
not a
way.
Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Coldplay fan, but from the outside looking at it, and these people have these experiences at these concerts, is what makes it that good of a concert. Like the Eras tour is massive, and the Coldplay tour right now is massive,
Crazy.
and it's because people have these experiences at that. And I get it. Coldplay, we've had several Coldplay exit songs at ceremonies, several Coldplay entrance songs at ceremonies or receptions.
Everybody loves Coldplay a little bit.
Everybody, nobody,
Just a little
there's
bit.
nobody that hates Coldplay.
There's people that tell you hate Coldplay,
No.
but they love it a little bit. A little bit. It's true. Play some Viva La Vida, get you going.
Oh my god. Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, that's great. It's great.
That was a violin, by the way.
Now my honorable mentions. I'm gonna go artists. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go songs because I think these two songs definitely took over. My first one is, of course, Chapel Roan. The one song that actually blew my mind. I didn't think. I thought it was gonna be Hot to Go or Good Luck Babe, but it was Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club, man.
Wild
Pink Pony
entry into this whole end of summer thing for me, and I'm like, what? And it's a good song.
Great song.
It gets people dancing. Again, it's not the danceable part; it's also the sing along wild
Oh, yep.
danceable part that just takes it to another level. And you could put the fader down and let them sing the whole chorus, and they know
Crazy.
everything. Wild stuff to me.
Yeah,
So,
cult following she's got. She's going to be a
yeah,
big deal.
I think Chappelle Roan's got that. My second honorable mention is because I didn't think it was going to be big, but it is, and people know and listen to it. It's Big Dogs by Hanuman Kent.
Yes. I
And
knew you would bring this up. Yep.
I felt like, so because I didn't think it was gonna blow up. It's like one of those YouTube sensations that was good, and it's a good song. Again, it is a hip hop track, and it's a rap track, and we're in the middle of this whole country pop fusion. I don't think it was gonna stand out as much as it did, but it did. And the beat and the track and the song, people love it. Of course, everybody only knows the first like minute.
Wait a
of the
minute.
song. Keep
Big
that.
stipper.
Leave that in there.
Big
Leave
stipper.
it. Leave it. So I think Big Dogs by Humankind is a good track. I really hope he capitalizes on this and then just keeps putting out good tracks, because I don't want it to be a one-hit wonder and then disappear. He's got a good voice. He's got a good story. And I feel like it's if he just keeps grinding and putting some good tracks out, I think it'll be pretty good. So again, no song like that comes out this big and becomes, because I remember watching that video and that YouTube channel when he had 70,000 subscribers. Now he's something like 2-point-some million subscribers. Wow. So yeah, so that's my honorable mentions.
Yep, songs of the summer. It's great. Some good music this year. I'm all right with it.
Yeah, and you can listen to all these songs on our Spotify. Again, there's a link to the playlist on our show notes if you want to listen to it. All of that will be in there. I would like to, for you guys, if you haven't listened to some of these songs that we're talking about, like you most probably are under a rock, but you're fine. You've listened to it at some point. But that's the end of the podcast. That's episode 1.
Before we end, we're gonna have a weekly reoccurring segment called Joey's Unique Way to Say Coffee. Because I love coffee. I should have coffee every episode. If I don't have coffee each episode, then
all right, buckle up.
And we got unique way of saying coffee. We're gonna go back to a classic to kick things off. Java.
Java. Unique way to say coffee.
Java.
A cup of Java? No, that doesn't work.
Just Java.
Just Java.
Not
Got it.
Java.
All right, there you have it. Unique way to say coffee. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and on our social Trident Event Group on Instagram and TikTok, because we are on TikTok.
People still use that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Carter does.
Carter's also a child.
He is.
No offense to the adults out there that use TikTok, but it's a young people thing.
It's we're not that old.
So, okay.
We're not that old.
I'm trying to turn the old. I'm a podcaster now. I'm old and professional.
Follow our playlist on the show notes, and then other than that, we'll see you next week.
Ka-chow.
That's the end of it.